Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a good old holiday classic makeup tutorial. I just want to do something you can wear to parties if you have one at work, with your friends, your family, and I wanted to use a mix of new products I haven't tried and also some staples that you probably have in your collection. I have a mix of high-end and drugstore as well, so I thought it'd just be like a well-rounded video overall. I am partnering with Walmart for this video, so thank you to Walmart for sponsoring this video. You would be surprised at all the brands that Walmart.com has right now: ABH, Stila, Glam, Laura Geller, and then of course all the drugstore brands that we know and love. So it's kind of a perfect place to shop for gifts if you're looking to buy kind of a mix of high-end and drugstore. They also do have a free 2-day shipping on most orders of $35 or more and free returns. So it's kind of like your one-stop shop destination. They're really expanding, specifically beauty. You can even get the Dyson hairdryer on Walmart.com, which I think is great, one of my favorites. So I will have everything linked down below that I used today, and let's go ahead and get into this holiday glam tutorial. I want to start off with this new brand that is at Walmart. This is called Clean Beauty. This is the Coconut Water Hibiscus Glow Mist. It says you can use it before and after, so we're going to go ahead and do that. So a hydrating mist that conditions and tones for healthy glow. It says no parabens, phthalates, mineral oil, synthetic fragrances, and dyes. So I'm just going to use this as kind of a base to give me some hydration. So it has a light fragrance, but it's not overpowering. When I read the back, it says no synthetic fragrances or dyes, so all the fragrance in here is natural. It does have coconut fruit water, so I think that's kind of what the smell is, but it's nice and light. It didn't do anything crazy. I just feel like it gave me a nice kind of hydration. I want to go in next with this. I've never tried this, but I've seen so many people kind of raving about this line. This is the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Water Gel with hyaluronic acid. I feel like I've seen a lot of influencers work with Neutrogena and promoting this product. It's a pretty thin gel. I can't tip it over because it'll come out, but it has kind of a light blue color to it. It does have a fragrance. It smells like, that smells like laundry soap to me. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this just as my moisturizer today, but I've heard a lot of people rave about this product, Neutrogena in general, so I haven't tried enough from the brand to really say, so this is like kind of my first go. I do love some hyaluronic acid. This does feel really nice on the skin. Very lightweight. I feel like this would be kind of a product if you have oily skin. A lot of times gel moisturizers are a little bit more lightweight and not as heavy if you have oily skin and you tend to get kind of oily in your T-zone. So for foundation, I'm going to go in with my top pick of the year, which is the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear. I have the shade 465. I adore this foundation. I just think it's so beautiful, long wearing. It's one of my favorites. It never fails me. This would be one that I would wear every day, or I would wear to like a wedding or a party, so that's why it's just like my top pick, and it's really affordable, so I love this. So I'm gonna go ahead and use a beauty blender. You can also get beauty blenders on Walmart.com, which is crazy, and this is obviously a staple in a lot of people's beauty routines. So for concealer, one of my favorite kind of staple drugstore concealers is the Maybelline Super Stay. I have the shade Light 15. This is a beautiful concealer. Nice, good coverage, looks nice and smooth under the eye. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this right under the eye, and then also maybe a little bit in the T-zone just to kind of brighten up. But I have used this quite a bit. I really like it. So what are your family traditions for Christmas or the holiday? Down below. I know some of you probably don't celebrate Christmas, so do you have different traditions that you do? I'm pretty curious. I would say my family's pretty basic. We usually just have like a Christmas get together for each side because my parents are divorced, and then of course my husband's family. So we just get together and have dinner and exchange some gifts. I'm kind of to the age where I don't care about gifts for myself, which is kind of interesting. You know, when you're younger, it's like your most favorite thing, but as you get older, you like to give. And I really am like, don't get me anything. I don't need anything kind of thing. So this year, Ian and I are buying gifts for each other. I wasn't really planning on it. And then he was like, oh, I got your Christmas gifts. And he was like, kind of taunting me. So once I knew that he was like trying to challenge me to who could give better gifts, I was like, it's on. So I kind of got him some stuff, but we kind of go on and off. Some years we do nothing for each other and some years we do. It just depends. And I think most of our gift giving is our parents and then our nieces and nephews. So to set, this is an oldie but a goodie. This is the Coty Airspun. I really like this. It does have a scent. That's the only thing that I'm like, companies, please, if you hear us, calm down on the fragrance altogether. But I do love this powder. It's nice and smoothing. It doesn't disrupt the color. So it is one of my favorites. I just wish the fragrance and everything would just tone down. So I'm kind of concentrating the most amount of powder in my T-zone and then using whatever's left over on my sponge to kind of set the rest of the face. So I went ahead and did my brows. I just had to get close to the mirror. I used the Maybelline Tattoo Studio. I have the shade Soft Brown. I actually should probably get another one because mine's quite loved. But I want to move on to eyes, and I thought a lot of you guys would have this palette. You can get this at walmart.com, which I think is crazy. This is the ABH Soft Glam. I thought this would be a beautiful staple palette for holiday time because you have the pinks and the golds and then every matte that you need. So I'm actually going to start out with the shade over here called Rustic. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this on the outer edge of the eye. And I'm just kind of placing it to start. And then I'm going in with a fluffy blending brush and I'm just really lightly blending it out. Then I'm probably gonna just repeat the process. So you can even drag it in just a little bit. I'm using a really light pressure, but I really just want to focus it on the outer half of my eye. So I feel like maybe the releases have kind of slowed down a little bit, like the new releases, which I'm kind of relieved about. It just kind of got overwhelming there for a minute. And I feel like things are kind of settling. Of course, there's always going to be new releases, but I kind of want to do a mix of how I'm doing today. Some new products that I haven't tried, but also some cult favorites like this palette. I haven't used this palette in a while, and I know a lot of people really loved it. My personal favorite was the Modern Renaissance, but people really loved this palette because I think it's just so wearable that really anybody could get use out of it. So I want to go in next to Cypress Umber. It's just a little bit deeper, more of like a rich chocolate. And I'm just going to use this to deepen up and also kind of drag this out a little bit. So I'm using a new brush and just kind of very lightly dragging it out. And then again, going in with that first brush. And like I've said a ton of times, but if you're new, the lightest pressure is best. I found that when I'm in a hurry or I don't want to put a lot of effort in, if I really kind of go in and jam my brush back and forth, it becomes muddy and it doesn't blend. So let the brush do the work. It's almost weird too because it doesn't feel natural. It feels like, you know, if you press harder, you know, you're going to get a better blend, but it's actually the opposite. So the lightest pressure really does the trick. And I find that I just have to have patience, which I'm not the best at. I feel like a lot of times for holidays, people go for the golds, and I just recently did a gold look. So I actually want to go in, I think I want to use Rose Pink and Sultry. I'm going to take Sultry on the center of my lid and then Rose Pink on the inner corner. So I'm going to start off with Sultry, which is the deeper shade. It's kind of like a pinky, I don't know, metallic. So I'm going to apply this to the center of my lid and blend it in. Thank God for short nails. Those long nails were killing me. I like the look of long nails sometimes. Like I'm kind of changing my preferences. I used to not like short nails, but I do like the look of both. But the long nails hurt. Like I feel like they're going to rip off. They're hard to open packages. They're hard to do makeup. Just a lot of different things. So I feel like I'm back on the short nail train. So now I'm actually gonna go in with a brush just because I wanna get precise in here, and I'm gonna go into Rose Pink, which is just a little bit lighter. So to deepen up, I'm gonna go in with the black in here, and I'm just gonna take a little tiny bit just to really kind of add some depth to this outer portion. So for liner, I wanna try out this new L'Oreal Flash Cat Eye. This is from the Infallible line, and I'm just gonna do a winged liner. It does come with a little stencil, but I'm not gonna use that just because I would rather just freehand it, so I'm going to go ahead and do a winged liner. So I went ahead and did my wings. I feel like this was fairly easy to use. I mean, it wasn't the easiest, but it wasn't, you know, super difficult. I'm gonna go in with some mascara. I haven't tried this in a long time. This is the Maybelline Colossal Big Shot. I haven't tried this in quite a while, so I thought let's give it another try. So I curled my lashes, and of course I'm gonna put falsies on. So for falsies, I saw these and thought they were so beautiful. These are the Ardell Mega Volume 252s. Look how pretty these are. So I applied my lashes, and I'm gonna move on to the face. I'm gonna use a staple, which is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I have the shade Deep, and this is just the tone that works for me best. So I'm gonna use this to really add some dimension to the face. I recently bleached my hair, like the roots, completely, just because I hadn't done it in a while. And now I have the struggle of blending my foundation into my hairline, but also getting foundation in my hair. There's literally no way to do both. Like, you either don't blend it in enough or it blends into your hair. So for blush, I'm gonna use this new e.l.f. blush. This is in the shade Always Rosy. I haven't used a lot of e.l.f. blushes. I know they have a ton of different formulas, but I thought this would be a beautiful color for like holiday looks. So this is definitely buildable. So this might be good for like beginners. I'm also going to apply some like around my nose. So before we go in with lips and highlighter, I wanna go into the palette, and I'm gonna go into the shade Rustic, and I wanna use this on my lower lash line. And then going in with the black, I really want to intensify right at the lash line. So for highlighter, I picked out this really pretty holiday set. This is from Laura Geller. It's called Dripping in Gold. This is their illuminator palette. She has some really pretty illuminators. I like the formula. So in here you get 3 shades, which all will work for me. I have Golden Gleam, Champagne Toast, and Sunbeams. I feel like today I'm probably gonna go in with Sunbeams, which has more of like a pinky shift because of the pink on my eyes. I'm actually gonna go in with Champagne Toast, which is like the white color, really bright one, just to top off right up here. I just wanna add a little bit more intensity. Then I'm also gonna use that down the center of my nose and on my Cupid's bow. So for lipstick, I'm gonna go in with this Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink, and the shade is called 115 Founder. So I'm using a lip brush because lately I've been struggling to get a precise line. I'm not sure why. I think that's a big reason why I don't wear deep lipsticks a lot, because it's just harder for me to get like a really crisp line. So I feel like the lip really just makes the look pop. Of course, it's holiday, so we're focusing on the lips. I do want to go back in with this Clean Beauty spray just to kind of melt all the powders into my skin. Alright guys, here's my finished makeup look using all products from Walmart. The eyes are super easy, and then you just add a bright lip and it really makes it holiday and it makes it pop. I recently did a holiday look with the gold eyes and red lips, so I really wanted to focus on different tones. I will have everything linked down below that I used today. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.